Good morning, this is Eric with Master Tool Repair. Today we're going to talk about belts. These are various compressor drive belts we have here on the table. And I have different varieties, different sizes as you can see here, ranging from your standard V-belt type of belt to a poly grooved belt, and to our smaller compressor belts used on a lot of the oil-free direct drive compressors over here. All right. Typically, your compressor, if it's belt driven, whether it be gas or electric, will have most likely a standard V belt. And it's called a V belt only because it is shaped somewhat like a V. This is wider on the top, on the outside of the belt, and then of course it tapers in on the other side of the belt. You can kind of see a V taper. So that's why it is called a V belt. Now you have different types of V belts. There'll be various sizes and lengths available. And if you don't have a model number or a part number on your belt, or in your manual you don't show a part number, you can always measure the belt to find the correct one. If you don't have your old belt, then what you can do, use a formula to find out what size belt you need, and that is on our website at mastertoolrepair.com. Under belts there is a formula you can use to find the right belt that you need in the right length. Otherwise you can take simply a tape measure across the circumference of the belt and find out how many inches it is. That way you can choose a belt if you don't have the part number. This one right here is going to be what they call an A groove belt. A is an alpha, and it's denoted here on the belt A49. Basically this is a 4L510 belt. Now what it is A groove is going to be a 1/2 inch wide belt. On the outside of the belt it's going to measure exactly a 1/2 inch. Here conversely we have a B groove belt. As you can see, it is certainly obviously wider, and the B groove is going to be 5/8 inch on the outside. That's the width of the belt. It is still a V belt, but it's a B groove, so it's a 5/8 inch, and it's going to be obviously larger. And over here, you might see a belt number like 4L510. 4L also means A groove. Over here, conversely, we have a 5L, which means B groove. 4L, A groove, 5L, B groove. So that's how you can tell. And the digit after the L, 510, that simply denotes it's a 51 inch belt. Over here, a 450 means it's a 45 inch belt. So kind of easy to tell which one you have there by the part number as well. And of course we have over here a poly groove belt. Poly groove simply states on the outside, or on the inside rather, if you flip it over you'll see grooves. Typically a poly groove belt will have 6 grooves. Here we of course have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 ribs or grooves. And this is used on a lot of different types of compressors, DeVilbiss and Craftsman brands specifically. And of course, they usually come in at a 1/2 inch wide and are used on so many makes and models in different lengths. Over here we have some other smaller belts. These are specific to different makes. Of course, a lot of Husky compressors do use these, and Cobalt models use these belts. Here we have, you usually notice, if you can read it on the original belt, a PJ number. PJ307 in this case. A little small groove belt. It's not a 6 groove, more like a 4 groove belt, but it's used on certain models, and real small direct drive oil-free compressors will use this type. Here's another larger, same type of belt, just a larger. This is a PJ373, been used on a lot of Husky models. And here we have a thicker belt. This is not necessarily a groove belt like these, or even a poly V, but it's a specialized belt, almost looks like a vacuum belt. And you'll see a part number here typically. In this case it's a 0070068, used on a lot of Coleman and Cobalt compressors as well. And as far as the pulleys go, an A groove belt will match an A groove pulley. And an A groove is simply, of course, the 5/8. It fits right in there, flush with the pulley. You'll notice the B groove belt, the wider 5/8, will fit a B pulley. It's denoted on the pulley as BK40, and simply fits in flush within the 5/8 inch groove. And of course, a poly V belt. Here's a standard kind of a poly groove, 6 groove pulley. This is a small one, a 2 inch pulley. And see, the ribs just fit right in place here, and the ribs hold it in place while it's running. So those are various types of belts used on basically every different type of compressor. Every type of belt is represented here. If you don't see what you need, or you're not sure which belt to choose, you can obviously visit mastertoolrepair.com and look at our belt section, or simply call a sales rep for more assistance. And that'll do it. Thank you very much for watching.